So let's unlock some of our Tesla news. Today we're going to be talking about Tesla holds delivery event for the Semi on December 1st, as well as updates to the Semi per 3D model teasers, and Tesla opens EV charging connection design to the world, as well as Tesla responds to a fatal Model Y crash in China, and more in the following video. So let's go. This is a new channel, so feel free to hit the subscribe button to follow us to the journey of 1,000 subs. And Cyan, what should we do?
Jump right into that Tesla news.
Only 2 weeks remain before Tesla finally starts deliveries of the Semi, a product it first showed in prototype from December 2017. It has been a long wait of almost 5 years, but Tesla's electric semi-truck will finally be delivered to the first customers, food and beverage giant Pepsi. The company will use Tesla semi-trucks at the Frito-Lay plants in Modesto and the beverages facility in Sacramento, both in California. In early October, Tesla CEO announced start of production for the Semi and the first deliveries to Pepsi on December 1st. However, he did not reveal much else about the product spec electric pickup truck. Now, it looks like Tesla is going to hold an event on December 1st for the first Semi deliveries, and impeccably the unveiling of the Class 8 electric truck in production specification. That's great news, seeing as Tesla has delayed the production version of the Semi version time since the prototype's unveiling in 2017. Martin Viecha, head of investor relations at Tesla, actually posted something on Twitter that gave a lot of insight in regards to the new Tesla Semi. He mentioned, if you want to attend the Semi delivery event as a retail shareholder, please make sure you have a verified shareholders status on our IR website. Unverified manual submission are eligible if the paperwork is correct. We'll be doing a random draw where one share equals one entry. Well, Tesla usually hosts presentations about vehicle programs during delivery events, and the one scheduled for December 1st should make no exception. After all, updates on the Tesla Semi are long overdue. Despite several tidbits and information released during the company's Q3 earnings call last month, such as the 500-mile range when fully loaded with cargo and the 50,000 unit production target for 2024, it remains to be seen whether we'll be getting detailed information on the Tesla Semi in December 1st. But the fact Tesla will hold a delivery event is a welcome return to normal, is just what we need at this time. The company used to have regular unveiling events for new products and production vehicle programs, and since have stopped holding them since the pandemic, opting instead for annual Battery Day and AI Day event. But we're back in action. Tesla Semi 3D model teases, frunk, megacharger port, giant sun visor, and more. Yes, there has been a few releases that are posted on Twitter by means of Olympus Dev in regards to the new iOS Tesla update 4.14.3 adds Tesla Semi 3D models. Now we see a few photos which show an update in regards to this Semi. We haven't seen much updates since 2017, but we do notice how the doors will be opening, as well as the general size of the frunk, which shows it's just wide enough, big enough for you to carry a few items on your trip. We also were able to see the Semi from behind, and we also see the door handles. We have already had photos and videos in regards to the interior, as well as the 2 screens that are within, but it also comes with a charging station, just as we see in the Model 3, Y, X, and as well, we see there is a driver's seat as well as a passenger seat to the left, and a few cup holders as well. So this is just a few 3D updates of the Semi interior. Also includes a number of interesting components. Immediately noticeable were some parts that were similar to the Model S, X, like a massive infotainment display. Directly above the driver's seat is also something that can only be described as a mega sun visor that spans the Semi's windshield. These photos were from Tesla app updates, and we can't wait to find out more in regards to the Tesla app as well. So if they do have a Tesla app, that means they're going to have to update it by means of information in regards to the Semi fleet. So that should be something to look forward to in the weeks and months to come. So let's get into it. We have more to share in regards to our updates. Let's move right over into Tesla opens EV charge connection design to the world. Let's jump in. Now, when it comes to charging your Tesla and other EVs, there's a big problem. You have a device, you have a car, it needs to be charged. Now, Tesla is a business and it needs to make money. So how are they going to make money or take a piece of the pie when it comes to charging vehicles all over the world, as well as all types of EVs? Well, the problem is Tesla would have to come up with a way to be able to charge those vehicles by means of a certain standardized system. Well, can you believe that they actually came up with that? Tesla renamed its connector in port to North American Charging Standard, NACS. Now that's a juggernaut move. And they said it's the most common charging standard in North America. Tesla owners will soon be able to charge their vehicles in other networks without adapters. Tesla noted that network operators have plans to incorporate NACS, that new acronym, at their chargers. We look forward to the future electric vehicles incorporating the NACS design and charging at Tesla North America Supercharging and Destination Charging Network, Tesla said. So they've even provided the plans on how to design. Well, they provide the specification files on their own website. They made that all available, and they said they're working on codifying the charging connector as a public standard. The file includes the technical specification, CA DC pin charging, data sheets for both DC and AC connectors, and 3 CAD files. So that's a big leap for the future, and we're going to see if there will be any space in certain states at these supercharging stations with extra EVs that will be parked there as well. Next up, Tesla responds to fatal Model Y crash in China. Now, China is a very interesting and amazing place, and Elon Musk loves it. Why? Because they produced millions of vehicles for Tesla. Actually, they've grown their factories so grand that they are the #1 EV seller in China. And we can definitely say that China, Shanghai, they love dealing with Tesla because they're making a revenue at extreme rates. But when you watch the news and you hear updates in connection with car crashes, that's going to definitely sink Tesla stock, especially if there was an issue with malfunctions with a vehicle. Tesla China has provided its insight following a fatal Model Y crash in Chaozhou, located in the province of Guangdong in southern China. The Model Y was filmed accelerating out of control for about 2 kilometers before crashing, killing 2 and injuring 3. As could be seen in the video of the accident, the Tesla Model Y brake lights seem to be off during the video's high-speed run. Regardless of this, a family member of the driver has claimed to local Chinese media the vehicle's brake pedal was unresponsive. Even when the driver reportedly tried to shift the vehicle to park, the Model Y still ran at full speeds. Tesla China, for its part, has denied the driver's claims that the vehicle's brakes were unresponsive during the incident. According to Tesla vehicle makers, data from the Model Y show that the vehicle's accelerator pedal was depressed deeply for an extended period of time, even reaching 100% at one point. Tesla China also noted that the driver did not press the brake during the incident. That being said, the electric vehicle maker did note that while the vehicle was in motion, the driver briefly pressed the park button 4 times, and the brake lights turned on and off quickly. It should be noted that tests from Tesla owners have shown that pressing the park button while vehicle is in motion would stop the Tesla, but the button has to be pressed for an extended period of time. Tesla China findings have been challenged on social media, as the Model Y driver reportedly used to be a truck driver. Local traffic police also reportedly ruled out the idea that the driver of the vehicle was driving under the influence of alcohol drugs. Police are reportedly seeking third-party agency to investigate the remains of the Model Y, which should provide pertinent details about the incident. Tesla China will actively provide the necessary assistance for the Model Y analysis. This is not the first time that Tesla China vehicles have been accused of alleged brake failures. Last year, Tesla made the international news after a protester at the Shanghai Auto Show climbed atop one of the Tesla exhibits, claiming that the electric vehicle maker EV had brake failure issues. A wave of alleged brake failure incidents followed and were widely shared online. Though after Tesla China legal team got involved, media outlets that ran the narrative that the company's vehicles were unsafe, as well as social media users who spread the rumors about Tesla's alleged brake failure incident, later issued public apologies. The one thing I was a little unclear about in connection with this crash was, why didn't the driver honk his horn? It appeared that everyone was not aware that he was even coming, but we're not sure all that's involved with this, but it's interesting to see how this could impact the sales of Tesla vehicles in that area. It could be that someone had a trick up their sleeve. Well, let's get into our next section, which are Tesla updates and new features. One of the new features is Tesla plans to change how your phone connects to the upcoming update. Soon, when you're in an active phone call, the audio would now remain on your phone even after you open the car door or your phone connects to the vehicle over Bluetooth. When you're finally inside the vehicle, you can choose to transfer the phone call to the vehicle audio system and dismiss the prompt, leaving the call audio on your phone. We know how that is when you're in between entering or exiting your car, and we noticed how the audio gets transferred from one place to another. And if you're not in the car, sometimes it even connects. So this is going to help out with that issue. And this will be available for all Tesla vehicles. Now, as regards to the tweet of the week, we wanted to focus in on one on November 15th, welcoming back Ligma and Johnson at Twitter. Elon Musk welcoming them back into the company. He says, "It's important to admit when I'm wrong, and firing them was truly one of my biggest mistakes." This is a very impactful tweet because when it comes to Twitter, SpaceX, Tesla, one thing that Elon is aware of is that if something is wrong or if he's made a mistake, he will try to fix it, even with his vehicles. We've seen that with some of the updates that we've had in the past. If you've seen some issues with your vehicle, please leave them below in the chat. And we thank you for catching up with us here on Watts, Lock, and Key. And in case you missed it, let's continue our conversation in this video.
Click the link and subscribe because we have those fire updates on Watts Lock and Key.